Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my July 2021 favourites. Today is officially the 1st of August. Happy August everybody. But we're not here for August yet. We're here to see what I have been loving throughout the month of July. So I have split it into makeup and skincare. I've actually decided to change the title of my videos now to include skincare because I use so much skincare these days. But let's start off with makeup. I think for today's video I will start off with eyeshadows. So one that I've been loving quite a lot, or a palette that is an oldie but a goodie, and one that I've kind of dug out from my archives because for the month of July I've been going out quite a lot. You know, lockdown has now officially ended in the UK. Every single thing is open. We've all been reclaiming our lives back and we've been going out a lot more. So it has been summer obviously, so I've been going for a lot of summer looks. And I have been using this palette right here. This is the Flamingo eyeshadow palette by Voss. And I do believe it is still available from Voss, but unfortunately it might be discontinued with Beauty Bay, but it's still on their website as out of stock. So you may still be able to get it. Got a mirror on the side. And here are all of the eyeshadows. What I love about this is not just that they are intensely pigmented and great quality, it's the fact that there is a nice mix of shimmers as well as mattes, so you can wear them both together. And also you've got a few unusual kind of eyeshadows that not a lot of people generally tend to go for example, like yellow. Yellow is not something that everybody goes for, even though on deep skin tones, oh my god, yellow looks amazing, especially if it's a shimmering one like this one, pineapple. These kind of aqua colors as well as your corally orangey sort of shades. So I've been really loving using this palette for my kind of more out there, bright and colourful rainbow kind of looks. Another eyeshadow palette that I've been absolutely adoring, and I have done ever since this came out, is the Natasha Denona bronze eyeshadow palette. You guys know that Natasha Denona, whilst pricey, the quality of the eyeshadows is absolutely amazing. And I love this for brown skin tones, deeper skin tones in particular, because none of these shades here are very, very pale or light. This is your classic brown girl go-to eyeshadow palette. The shimmery shades are shiny and come in a variety of golds and bronzes, and you've got so many different types of browns, and I absolutely love this palette for that reason, and it's one that I often reach for. Moving on to foundations, the Dose of Colours Meet Your Hue foundation. My shade is in 120 light medium. It's actually what I'm wearing on my face today. This is one that I've always loved, especially in the summer. This is actually the foundation that I took with me when I went to Korea 2 years ago, and the humidity there was unbelievably high. Nothing that I'd ever really experienced in my life. Even in the UK, when it gets very, very humid, which it kind of actually is today, it's still not on par with a country like Korea in the summer. Now this really does hold back any kind of oils from escaping, and I've actually got normal to combination skin, so I tend to get oily around my T-zone. I love the fact that it gives a really nice naturally matte sort of finish. You never look really overly done, and you can really build it nicely from medium to full coverage without looking cakey. This is an absolute favourite of mine, and it's been one of my holy grails for quite some time now. Another one that I've continuously loved ever since it came out is the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. My shade is in number 10. This now matches me perfectly because I've actually got a little bit of a tan now, so I'm finally using some of my other foundations that I wasn't able to use in the winter because I was too pale. I love the coverage of this. It gives a really nice medium coverage to the skin, especially because nowadays I'm so much more happier at where I am in terms of my skin that I've actually noticed that I don't generally go for full coverage foundations that much as I used to anymore, because of the fact that I don't need to apply as much on my skin. And I love something like this because it still lets my natural skin kind of show through a little bit, but still gives a nice kind of blurring effect and a nice amount of coverage that makes me look nice and even. Another one that I always tend to pull out in the summer is this one here by NYX, and it is the Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. My shade is in Beige. Again, this is another one that gives a really nice natural finish to the skin. Even though it's called Born to Glow, I don't get that glowy dewiness from this at all. The name really confuses me. And another thing that I love about this is that it wears really, really, really well. It wears for a really long time, and it's great to use in the summer months for that reason. Gives amazing coverage to the skin, really blurs out the texture that I've got on my skin, and sits really nicely, making me look like I was born to glow. Got one concealer to share with you guys, one that I've continuously been loving. It is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. My shade is in Golden Beige. It's what I'm using on my under eyes today. I love this. It's thick and full coverage, but blends out easily. As long as I make sure to set it, it doesn't crease, it doesn't crepe, it doesn't move around, and it keeps my under eye area looking flawless until I remove it at the end of the evening. The Huda Huda Beauty Bomb Brows Pencil. You guys, this is like my 5th or 6th now. I keep buying it. It keeps finishing because there's hardly anything in it. And I actually picked this one up like 2 days ago. And I only ever buy it when it's 20% off with Boots or Feel Unique, because I refuse to spend £15 on it, so instead I got it for 12. Not that that has such a massive difference, but I just love it, you guys. It's what I'm wearing on my eyebrows today. The pencil is so unbelievably fine. I'm yet to find a brand that has got a pencil nib this thing. If you guys know of one, by all means let me know. But it is so fine. It is so thin that you can barely even see it, and that really helps to get into the tiny little bits at the front of my eyebrows. The shade that I buy is in medium brown. I generally don't tend to get brow pencils that are actually the same color as my eyebrows and my hair anymore. Firstly, my hair is dark red, so that completely don't work anyway, but my natural brow color is dark brown. But I've noticed that if I buy something a shade or two lighter, it definitely looks a lot more natural. It looks less fake and it looks less like I've got kind of sharpie brows. And I just love the fact that this is also transfer proof, and a little bit does go a long way, but unfortunately there's hardly anything in here, so that doesn't really make a difference. My Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, such a long name, and mine is in the shade number 2 medium. As you can see, this is nearly finished. I will be repurchasing it. I have done consistently ever since I first discovered it. It's great for setting my foundation. Also, the fact that it's got a slight hint of color which matches my skin tone works perfectly well. If I need to slightly adjust the shade in terms of maybe if something's a little bit too deep for me, I just go in a little bit heavier handed with this and it adjusts the shade for me. It also keeps my skin soft, matte, airbrushed looking, which is what I want, and it makes any application of powders on top very easy afterwards because it smooths out my skin until it's literally as soft as velvet. So I've got another eyeshadow product here. This is the Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow, and this shade is in Ray. I've actually got another 2 of these. Selena, my friend Miss Beauty Addict of YouTube, actually bought this set for me last September when it was my birthday, and I've continuously been loving these. Honestly, they are absolutely excellent. They're cream eyeshadows but in a glitter format. It just gives a really nice soft shine to the eyes, but not over the top glitter. This one has a really kind of cooling sensation to it. It feels like I'm gliding water across my eyes. At the moment, my nails are actually too long to dig in here. I'd normally apply it with my finger, but a brush works perfectly well. I just sometimes don't want to wear full on chunky glitter, and I like the fact that this is very finely milled glitter, so it looks a lot more flattering. The Huda Beauty Medium Glow Obsessions face palette I've been continuously loving again. I'm actually using the light one today. That doesn't mean I don't use the other 2 that I've got. It's just that this is the one that I generally tend to go for the most because obviously I've got medium skin tone. It's high shine, full coverage shine on the cheeks, comes in a variety of different shades within each palette, so it depends on what kind of makeup look you're going for, so you can switch it up. I also use these on my brow bone as well as on my tear duct to highlight, so these are great multi-purpose products and I love the quality of them as well. Alright, the last few things in terms of makeup are all going to be lipsticks. So first off, the Huda Beauty limited edition exclusive liquid matte lipstick in the shade Girl on Fire. This is the one that was exclusive to Selfridges, and it is basically a deep red shade, and I love the quality of this. Huda Beauty's liquid lipsticks have always been one of my favorite, and I use them all the time. As much as I didn't really like the nudie mauvey one as much, I have used it, but probably I've used this one a lot more. So for those of you that don't really like bright in your face reds, you will definitely like this as it's a little bit more muted. The only thing is it is limited edition, it is exclusive only to Selfridges, so it might be a little bit difficult to get your hands on, unfortunately. Next up is 4 Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks. I love them, you guys. I've mentioned in the past that I own almost all of them, and when I say almost, it's because I haven't got blue. My best friend has blue, she can pull off blue, I cannot pull off blue, and I just love them. I use them all the time, you guys. They're amazing. I have done a review video with lip swatches of these in the past, but I think that was about 12 of them. I will link it somewhere here for you guys if you want to view it, but since then I've obviously expanded my range. Now what I love about these is that they're full coverage, they're opaque, they do come off slightly and they are slightly tacky. However, how it is now is how it will still be on my lips 10 hours from now. Whether I eat, whether I drink, whatever. It's not drying because of the fact that it has still got that slight tackiness to it. and it does come off slightly, but even though it does come off slightly, it's not enough for you to even need to really reapply it. Now the 4 that I've got to share with you guys is, first off is the one that I'm wearing right now, and it's called Savant 115. It's a beautiful pink colour which is not too pale and not too deep, and I tend to wear this quite a lot when I'm going for kind of more lighter pink makeup and lighter pink sort of clothes. And because of the fact that, like I said, it's summer and I've been going for a lot more brighter kind of colours in terms of lipsticks, that's why I've been using these ones. So this one here is called Innovator. It's like a deepened terracotta orange shade. Looks amazing on deeper skin tones and medium skin tones. And then I've got this one here which is called Dancer. Now Dancer is also an orange. I think this one and the other one came from their spicy range or whatever it was called. This one is slightly brighter, but again still looks amazing against medium and deep skin tones. It's not a bright in your face orange. They do have another one like that, which I wasn't a big fan of, but this one is definitely a lot more wearable. And now this one here is what I was actually wearing in a recent video of mine. I think it was the Get Ready With Me date night one, and this is number 145 Front Runner. This is a beautiful, a purpley pink shade, but definitely veering more towards the more plummy berry sort of color. A great shade, really makes your lips stand out, really makes them pop out. Now let's move on to skincare, and I have to give this one the first mention because it is amazing. It is a game changer, and every single one of you need to have this in your skincare collection. This is the Dear Claire's Midnight Blue Calming Cream, and what it is for intense soothing care. It is a gentle azulene rich cream that provides help to rapidly calm and soothe sensitivity. Contains Centella Asiatica extracts, great for calming and soothing the skin and after sun care. Now I've been out quite a bit, obviously it's summertime, and a couple of days in July we've had very hot weather, like 30 degrees plus, and in London in particular the heat rises, is very polluted around here, so it even feels more hot than it normally is. I'm actually kind of allergic to the sun. I actually suffer from something called PLE, which is like a new allergy of mine that started up a couple of years ago. PLE stands for polymorphic light eruption, and what happens to me is sometimes, not always, my skin comes up in tiny little white dots and a rash. It feels really itchy, and in particular it happens to me on this hand because this is my driving hand, and a lot of the time, despite the fact that I've worn sunscreen, I've washed my hands, forgotten to reapply it, boom, the sun's on it for a good long time, and then I get itchiness. And it happens to other parts of my body as well, but mostly just my hands. As soon as I applied this, instant relief. Next morning, how are all the little dots gone? Completely. This is something that provides instant relief. I had a blister on my foot from the sun that same day. This helped to calm it down, get rid of the redness, get rid of the itching, the irritation and the pain pretty much immediately. This is something that I am going to always use. Anytime your skin feels sensitive, a little bit red, a little bit raw. Another time that I've used this is after I've shaved my face and my skin's feeling or looking a little bit red. As soon as I apply this, go to sleep in the morning, my skin is no longer red. This is absolutely excellent, and I genuinely would not suggest any of you get this unless I really meant it. If anything, I'm going to be stocking up on this just in case. This product here from the brand called Then I Met You. This is an American brand, but the owner I believe is Korean. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that's my assumption. This is, like I said, the Living Cleansing Balm, and this is basically a facial oil cleanser. This is what it looks like. Smells great. It's got a slight hint of fragrance to it because this brand does like to add a little bit of fragrance just for that whole sensory kind of appeal that some people like. Fragrance isn't always bad for you. Comes with a little scoopy spatula. You scrape it off, you apply it to your face, rub it all over the place, all your makeup melts away. I absolutely love this. Now I've got a lot of oil cleansers, I've got a lot of oil balms, and I have to say that this is probably my favourite so far. This whole range is not a cheap range by any means. It is slightly on the pricier side. I actually bought mine direct from the brand, but then a few things I bought from Cult Beauty once they decided that they were going to launch it in the UK. But I really love this. It removes everything and a little bit goes such a long way. I've been using this for a month every single night, and you can see that it's got a slight dent in it. This will probably last me, even with daily use, up to 6 months. I probably won't use it every day because I have so much skincare, because as you guys know, I'm a Yes Style influencer, I'm a Stylevana influencer, I'm a Buy Wish Trend influencer, and I'm very blessed and lucky to receive a lot of skincare free. None of this stuff, but I'm just letting you guys know that I do test out a lot of stuff so that I can recommend the best stuff for you guys to use. Now, following on from that, in order to double cleanse, this is the Then I Met You Soothing Tea Cleansing Gel. This contains green tea and rice ferment extract, and it is a gentle and very mild cleanser. It smells weird. It's the only way to just, that's not even a proper description. It smells like tea. It smells like gone off tea. It's very strange. Now, this is not a foaming cleanser. It is a gel cleanser. So there's no bubbles. So don't expect any of that. But oh my God, when I use this followed by this, my skin is squeaky clean. It feels fresh. It feels soft. Using these in combination is great. Again, I've got a lot of cleansers, and this is one of the ones that is definitely one of my favorites. Another product from the same brand, and I've actually got quite a lot of the range. I've only shown 3 of the products to you today. I will show them again, but I haven't actually used them properly. This is the Then I Met You Calm Tide Gel Cream. This is quite small for something so expensive, in all fairness, but I absolutely love this. It contains ceramides, peptides, Madagascaride, I can never pronounce it properly, and it also contains sodium hyaluronate, various other great ingredients. Now, this is quite a lightweight product. This is a gel cream. This I have used at night time, but I think it's definitely better to use in the daytime because it absorbs quite quickly, settles onto your face. My face feels smooth, it feels plump, and I absolutely love this. Although I do feel that it is going to finish quite quickly because it's so small. It's 50 ml, but I somehow feel that I will get through it quite quickly, even though I realise a lot of the other things I've got are 50 ml as well. These 2 guys, which I've shared with you in the past, they're actually nearly finished now. It's from the brand called Beauty of Joson. I love that brand. It's an excellent brand. This is the Ginseng Essence Water. This contains, I think it's something like 80% of ginseng root water and 2% niacinamide. So it's for brightening your skin, clearing your pores, as well as repairing your skin, which is what ginseng is great for. This is the Ginseng Repair Serum, and it contains snail mucin as well. I've actually been using this. All right, so you know I said I have a blister on my foot, right? If you follow me on Instagram, you know the whole big dramas and how it burst and all this grossness because my sandals rubbed on my shoe and I was wearing them for too long and I was chasing after my nephews and niece. And anyway, so I have now been using this on my foot. As this is a repair serum, I've been using this to kind of repair the scar as it happens. It's still got a scab on it, but I will get back to you guys on how I've managed to sort out that scar, hopefully. But aside from using it on my foot, I've also been using this on my face. Now, this is definitely better to use in the evening because it is a slightly heavier in terms of its texture, and it's a little bit thick and takes a little bit longer to absorb. And this is actually not too dissimilar. It's not as runny, but it's still runny. But these I would definitely say are better used in the evening. This contains snail mucin, which is great for elasticity for the skin. It's great for anti-aging as well, and I absolutely love this range. New product to share with you guys. This is from Good Molecules. This is the Glycolic Exfoliating Toner, and it says that it's formulated with glycolic acid and galactomyces ferment to gently remove dead skin cells and promote glowing skin. And this also contains AHA, alpha hydroxy acids, which is salicylic acid, so you need to be careful. Make sure you use sunscreen. You should be using sunscreen anyway. I love it. It's very, very gentle. It's quite mild. It's not as stingy and overpowering as some of the other ones. For example, the Ordinary one, which is a little bit on, you know, the scary side. So for those of you that are firstly quite new to skincare, are still trying to understand how your skin works and that sort of thing, you will love this. If you've got sensitive skin, you will love this. If you want to mildly exfoliate your skin every day, and this is fine for everyday use, you will love this. I use this in the morning as part of my skincare routine at the moment, and I've already used about that much. And I've been using it for about 2 weeks. No burning, no irritation, no redness, no nothing. It's great and my skin looks flawless. And what I've been using before that, and I think I've shared it with you guys already, is this Salicylic Acid Cleanser by the Inkey List. This helps to reduce blackheads, breakouts, and contains sebum as well. So that's why I use this, and then I have been following it through with this. And I think this is great. Now, it mildly foams, not too much, but it's enough to make my face feel nice and clean before I move on to the next step. Now, this is something that I think I might have shared with you once or twice, but I don't think I've gone into too much detail. This is from the brand By Wish Trend. This is their Hydra Enriched Ampule. It contains 70% of polysaccharides, malachite extract, and it is a skin conditioner. This is a water-based ampule, and the polysaccharide, is that how you pronounce it, carefully extracted from aloe. Now, I actually use this ampule as part of my morning skincare routine. So I would start off with this, follow it through with the toner, and then I go in with the ampule. And the reason why I'm happy to use this ampule is because it is so water based and so watery. I only need to apply a little bit and it sinks into my skin beautifully and keeps my skin hydrated throughout the day. This is great for all skin types, but in particular people who've got very, very dry skin, as it is called the Hydra Enriched Ampule for a reason. It's great for hydration, and it also doesn't contain the kind of acids that would affect me using all those other products too. I've actually been known to layer this, and you can layer this because it absorbs so quickly, just for that added bit of extra hydration. I've also got eczema prone skin, so for somebody like me, sometimes I like that little bit of extra hydration despite the fact that I've got normal to combination skin, just to make sure that no flakiness appears. Right, I've got part of a range to share with you guys, and I will link all the various places and gift sets and box sets that you guys can get it from, and that is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice line. This here is the Moisture 5.5 Soft Cleansing Gel, unscented. This is the Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner, and then I've also got the Black Rice Hyaluronic Anti-Wrinkle Serum. I've been using all three of these. I've been kind of going between these two, but I've been using this every single night, followed by this, and I'll tell you what else I've been using as well. Now, this is the first brand that I've ever come across, to my knowledge, that contains black rice. And for those of you that don't know what black rice does to your skin, give me a moment to explain. I've got my notes here. Filled with antioxidants and minerals, which is great. Detoxifying and healing properties. It's also been known in the past, in ancient China, to be called the forbidden rice, as at that time it was only available to rich people like the royal family. And that's because it contains amino acids, minerals, vitamins, and the antioxidants that are within here, or within this entire range, helps to protect your skin against the sun and sun damage, as well as pollution. Prevents aging of the skin, decreases the aging that has already happened, to make your skin more elastic, to also help with fine lines and wrinkles, as well as dark spots. And it's also there to restore the natural balance to your skin, and that is the entire range. Now, as the cleanser is a cleansing gel, again, it's something that's not too foamy, so don't expect foam from it. Psychologically, people think that if you see foam, it's doing something. Same when it comes to shampoo, but just because there isn't that much foam in here, that doesn't mean it's not doing its job. It's a great cleanser, and it's an absolutely massive size, 100 ml. The toner itself is a strange toner. It's squidgy. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like, it's liquid, but it's a squidgy liquid. So it's slightly thick. So what I sometimes tend to do is I actually like to layer my toners. I will be doing a video on that at some point soon to explain why people layer toners. But this is one of the last ones that I use because it's got a slightly heavier kind of feel. And I generally tend to either saturate a cotton pad and leave it on various parts of my face, which I'm more concerned about in terms of anti-aging, which is more around this area here. We don't want no jowls, as well as around this area around my eyes, so that I can keep everything nice and youthful. Now, in terms of the serum is slightly thick as well, but I wait for everything else to be absorbed before I then apply this. Again, it's the same sort of ingredients, but probably a little bit more concentrated because of the fact that it is a serum. Blends into the skin. You do have to rub it in a little bit because you can actually see the white lines of this, but give it a couple of seconds, it blends in and it sinks into the skin beautifully. Once I've used those, I go in with this, and this is what I've been using every single night. This is from the brand called Benton, and this is the Snail Bee High Content Steam Cream, and it says on here that it also contains hyaluronic acid, various botanical extracts which are used to help enhance the skin's condition. It's got a creamy formula blended at a high temperature using the steam method. I don't know what that means. And provides long-lasting moisture. This cream helps to keep your skin moisturized and smooth, as well as plump. It contains a little bit of bee venom, but it also contains a little bit more of the snail filtrate secretion. It's basically to hydrate your skin, to soothe your skin, to improve your skin's texture. It's great for anti-aging as well. This is something that I would only recommend using in the evenings, as it is on the slightly heavier side in terms of rubbing into your skin. Because it contains snail secretion filtrate, you will see that snotty looking white stuff on your face as you start to blend it in. Not too dissimilar to this, but probably a little bit more. But you rub it in, and it will disappear. Even though this is slightly on the heavier side, I don't feel that it feels heavy on the skin, but I would still suggest using it at night time rather than putting your makeup over it. This makes my skin look amazing in the morning when I wake up. It's plump, it looks dewy, it looks healthy, and I look young. Last thing I'm going to share with you guys is this sunscreen that I've been loving for quite some time now. It is by the brand Omi Verdeo. It is the UV Moisture Essence SPF 50 PA quadruple plus. Absolutely love this. It comes out white, but it goes onto the skin very, very clear. It doesn't leave my skin shiny. It doesn't make me greasy, and it's great after I have applied all them things that I already showed you. My routine in the mornings has got doubly long ever since I discovered Korean skincare, god damn it. But I absolutely love this. It's great, and it works well under makeup. It's what I'm wearing right now. As you can see, I don't look shiny or anything like that, and I'd highly recommend this. So that's it for my July 2021 beauty and skincare favorites. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys are wonderful. I hope you guys are great. I hope you're happy, healthy, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.